Good evening, everybody, and I hope everyone is keeping well. Welcome back with another live show on the channel. It is our match preview for the game on Monday night, away to West Ham down at the London Stadium. We haven't got Mason tonight. Mason does start his new job, so we wish him all the best, but he will still be coming on the channel when he is available. So best of luck to Mason on his new role. But we have got the man, Mr. Sinclair. How you doing, John?
Big up, Pete. How are you? And big up to the chat as well. It's been quite a while, and it's good to see you guys again. So I've been really busy on the podcast, the vlogs as well, going around the grounds, and it's going really well. I mean, the views and the subs is just flying. TikTok is flying as well, Pete, and it's just blowing up all the time. So thank you so much for having us on, my guy.
No problem. We will have Tony on. He's just having a few issues with his camera. But once he gets sorted, we will bring him in. But you know what to do, guys. If you enjoy the show, please do remember to give us the thumbs up. It's really important we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results. Please, of course, if you're brand new at the channel or if you're not yet subscribing and you enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, please hit that subscribe button. Free to do so. It does help me the channel grow. And please do hit the bell notification. It does let you know whenever a live show takes place. Or a pre-recorded video gets uploaded as well. So please make sure you hit the bell to make sure you're up to date with all the content that we bring out for you that you do not want to miss. If you'd like to give a donation, feel free. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. Hit the join button and you'll be included in the prizes we drew as well. Right, we'll just nip in the comments. Come in. First things first, we've got Lewis has been a member on Tony's channel for 8 months. So good to see you'll continue to support Tony's channel, Lewis. I'm sure you'll really, really appreciate that. Right, we'll just snip in the comments. Good evening, Brian. Hope you're keeping well. Oh, nice one. I bet that'll be cracking. Wacky, good evening. Lexi, good evening. David, good evening. Yeah, apparently Spurs will have lost tonight. West Ham is going to be a difficult game, especially with the form we are in, says Brian. Bulky, good evening. Let's be positive. We're in a final and still have some great players available. That is a good point there, Bulky.
You know what it is, Pete, right? Other people are saying that. I spoke to someone today. I'm not going to mention who it is, right? But I had a good conversation with her over the phone. And basically, she heard that people was handing their tickets back for the game for Wembley. They don't want to go. And I'm thinking, wow. Proper fans. I mean,
how negative people have become.
And the thing is, though, Pete, right? I mean, let's be real. There'll be people going to go anyway. So if you want to go to Wembley, right, at home and you're a season ticket holder, stand by your phones. If it says unknown caller, right, answer that phone because you never know. It could be you. It happened to me, Pete, a couple of years ago.
Yep.
For the game, and I couldn't believe it.
That's it. Martin Watson, thank you so much for your continued membership. 13 months on the channel. Really, really appreciate
yes,
that.
Martin.
Absolutely. Good evening, Julie. Hope you're well.
Even Julie.
I certainly did, Philip. Good evening, Coffee. Hope you're well.
Coffee.
But I'm so tired. Bless you, Lewis. John, good to see your Cardiff v Swansea views get so many views. Bluebirds fans were loving it. Good.
Thank you very much, Dave. And you know what it is, right? I mean, the love and I had from Cardiff fans were absolutely fantastic to me. And big up to Shuey if she's watching the show tonight. Big Cardiff City fan. And thank you very much indeed, David.
Absolutely. I'm not sure what it is he was doing again, Brian. Good evening, Joe. You're well. Hopefully we can win at West Ham just to give us confidence for the League Cup final. Hope West Ham don't do Premier League double over us like they did in the 1998, 99, 28, 19 season. Yes, I remember those. Mm-hmm. What is the exact story with Botman? Eddie needs to tell the fans the truth in his press conference. I believe we will get on that tomorrow. But
he needs to.
What do you think of what coming out? Obviously, it was Josh NUFC who tweeted out on social media saying that Botman is apparently like the new Jonathan Woodgate with his current injuries, and Botman's had a bite back at him, saying all of that. Now, do you think it is down to all of that? Do you think it is down to Botman not being the next, or is Botman not going to need surgery and it's not as bad as what we think it is?
So either Eddie's keeping it close to his chest, or Botman is still not fit. That is the thing. I mean, even Craig Hook's comment said that Botman's out for the end of the season. Yeah.
Only Craig Hope has reported this. No one else has reported on this as well.
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, no one knows. Nobody knows. Like you said, Pete, and he's got to come out tomorrow and be honest with the fans and say, is he going to be fit for Wembley? Is he out at the end of the season? Listen, the fans needs to know. Yeah, we need to know. You told us the truth, right? Then we leave you alone. But if you don't tell us, right, social media is going to make up stories again, and stories and stories and stories. Yeah, I'm not going to mention the guy's name, right? But he got cooked by Stern Botman on his Instagram post today. He got cooked today, well and truly cooked today, right? Let's be real. And at the end of the day, I'm not being funny, right? But see what Eddie says tomorrow, right? The one thing we don't want to do is guesswork, Pete. Yeah, don't lie to the fans. Don't lead the fans astray. Yeah,
tell them what is the situation. What is going to be the absolute situation on Sven Botman? Because we all want like to know.
Facts. And don't keep close to your chest because that's what Eddie does all the time. Yeah, but he's not going to tell you anything. Why's he got to tell you? Yeah, we want to know.
We want to know. We've got to know. We want to know things like that.
Don't
Does anyone else thinks it's strange that the club has come out and said about Lewis Hall missing the season, but they haven't said anything? But they haven't come out and said the same. Yes, that's a great point, Joe.
Great point.
They have said, because they have said Lewis Hall will officially miss the rest of the season, but nothing on Sven yet.
That is the thing. It needs to be come out. Like I said, tell the truth. Talk to us. Don't leave us a lie. And then we can move on. You can move on. Happy days.
Is Paquetá's back from injury? Is Mind not going to be on the game? I've been looking at it, and I think he possibly could be. It's not 100%. He could be rated down. It says a potential return, possibly the 10th. Potential doesn't possibly mean he might return exactly on that date. So he's either probably could feature or he's not going to feature yet for them. Wacky wouldn't risk Joe Linton. If he gets booked, he'll be suspended. I'm not sure if the yellow cards count towards the Carabao Cup. I'm not too sure.
Should do, really, because at the end of the day, if you get booked,
he's going to have to be careful.
He's going to have to be careful either way. And that's down to Eddie Howe. He's got to talk to him and say, look, turn your tackles down, my guy. You got 9 bookings already. Yeah. We cannot afford any more suspensions. Yeah. He gets 2 game ban. Yeah.
Yes,
that's it. And we definitely need him.
Yeah, absolutely. Chipping him down. Deserve to play in the Football League in the future, says Philip.
Absolutely, Philip. I mean, look, they've got a 3,000 capacity, yeah, 500 seats, yeah. Obviously, they're going to have to increase it. Like, if they get to the conference, yeah, they're good. They're a good little football inside. They love to play the ball on the deck, play the ball out for the back really well, and they are a good little team. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. They had a couple of chances, by the way. Yep. That is the thing, but they have beaten some good teams in that league this season.
Yeah, that has, John. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're well. Brian says, I'm going, John, but it's understandable at the same time. I think it's knocked people off. It's knocked people for 6 with the injury news. Confidence is at an all-time low at the minute.
First of all, it's Brian. It's a Brian, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Brian, yeah.
Big up to you, Brian. Hope you well, mate. It's long time no see. Listen, man, I mean, good for you, my guy. Good for you, because I'll be there as well. And the problem is, though, right, at the end of the day, right, I mean, if you're a true supporter, get yourself away. Get yourself to the fans, whether it's injuries or not. Just get yourself away. Because at the end of the day, right, people are crying about, can I get tickets, blah, 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 right? But at the end of the day, right, try and get yourself there, man. Get yourself and give the last support. Because one thing I'm going to say, Pete, and the people in the chat, these players, it takes the pitch, they need all the support we can get. You know why? Or they get. Because you know why? We want to make history, Pete. We want to make history. With this squad, I'm not so sure. But at the end of the day, anything can happen in football, yeah? I don't expect us to win. If we cannot win, Pete, just go out there. Just leave it behind. Is that the word, Pete? Just leave it. Leave the pitch behind. Give it everything. Give it everything.
Yeah, that's what we got to do.
Go for it. If we go 2-0 down, come to 2s each, and we can see they'll stop it going in the end, right? Okay, cool. We show fight. We've got to show fight. No sitting back. No being negative. Get that ball. Play your own game.
Oh, apologies. I've just made a bit of a... It was Geordie Josh, not Josh in UFC. I've made a mistake there. It was Geordie
Josh. I did. It was Geordie Josh, yeah.
So, yeah. The final kickoff is 4:30.
Yeah, 4:30.
Absolutely devastating. Botman and Hall out injured for the rest of the season. Well, Mason's actually here. I thought he was at work.
I finished at 8 o'clock.
Oh, well, that was quick.
Big up, mate.
Hey, he's coming.
John, I see your team bottled the lead again tonight.
I didn't watch the
Not
game.
my team. Not my
I
team.
know.
Interesting game on Monday, says Daniela, who's a West Ham
Big
fan
up,
as
Daniela.
well. This feels like a mini crisis 1 week from Wembley. It's absolutely essential we beat West Ham as we need a boost heading into the final. This is a good question. Was selling Kelly mid-season a big error? Share awful. That's a good question.
Good
that
question there. I mean, I think Kelly's out injured as well. I might be wrong.
Is he got injured for Juventus as well?
I think so. I'm not sure, yes, but I think he might be. But at the end of the day, I mean, he's doing okay. I would say his best, but he's doing okay. But the fact of the matter is, right? I mean, Fabian Shah has been poor. I can't lie. He has been poor. I mean, Tony keeps saying, don't give him a new contract. Do not. Because the thing is, though, if we were to get this project, we're in phase 4 next season, right? In phase 4, right? The squad, and I will say this, it's stale. It is absolutely stale. And it needs freshen up. Because you cannot go into a new season with the same squad, Pete.
No, we cannot. Absolutely not. Good evening, John. Hope you're well. But Wacky says, I think Botman, it's been suggested at a later date, possibly. You never know. We'll wait and see. Good evening, and hope you keep well, John. Hopefully, Botman is now for the remainder of the season. Hopefully, it might just be a little thing, and it might be back within a couple of weeks or so. Something like that, or maybe a few weeks. Gary, good evening. Hope you're well.
We got Gary D. Long time.
We need proper questions at the press conference. Not ask him about the colour of his socks and what he had for tea. This I am getting fed up with the previous press conferences. It's like they've been like comedy shows. Ask the serious questions, not about things like that. Ask him about what's happening with Sven Botman. Does he need the surgery? Is he definitely out for the final? Things like that. Eddie, are you planning to rotate in the middle of defence? Because that needs sorting out as well.
Pete, and also Lewis Taylor's in tomorrow as well. Kick her out, will ya? Kick her out. Because at the end of the day, I've seen Louise Taylor 10 years ago, right? And I think she's from Derby, right? And I tell you what, right? I think she's quite arrogant. Yeah. And I'll tell you one thing, she's a Mackham.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, she is. We need yeah, I've just read that one. Any news on the likely pre-season tour destination yet, John?
Well, I've heard that according to someone, I think it's in Hong Kong. I might be wrong, but the thing is as well, I don't know if I can make the pre-season this season. But I'll tell you after the show, mate, the reason why. I can't say it here because I said that I would get wrong. It's not nothing bad, but something came and I have to do it.
Yep. The club took a risk in the winter by not bringing in anyone, and look at what's happening now. Investment is needed in the summer, not just a few million either. I'm going to get your thoughts on Darren Niels' statement there, Mason, what he came out and said.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
It looks like we could I'll make sure we're going to definitely get the spender done in the window by the looks of it. It was along those lines.
Prove it.
Which is good.
But we want to see that now. Exactly.
And also, Pete, while you're at as well, we're going to do the business in the summer, get the targets in before pre-seasons, yeah?
And who we need to move on.
Exactly. Get it prepared. The way Bayern Munich do their business, they get players in before they take pre-season, yeah? Get them in. Because at the end of the day, no messing about. Go in, be aggressive, get your targets in early, get on with it, yeah? Bosh. Job done.
Yeah, absolutely. Philip wouldn't risk the likes of Isak Bruno for the West Ham game. Right. I'll ask you too. Would you play those, or would you consider keeping them for the final?
Rest them.
Oh, really?
The thing is, if you rest them and they came on play on Sunday, we get beat. I'll tell you what, I would face that. If you rest them, we lose that game, and you played against Liverpool on Sunday, we get beat. Then that's a calculated gamble. It just did not pay off at all whatsoever. But for me, yeah, it's a big call. I mean, Tonali have to play.
Yes.
Tonali have to play, definitely. Why don't get Miley alongside, play a 4-2-3-1? Why don't Eddie change formation to a 4-2-3-1?
Could do. Or
Happy with that.
if you play them so long for so many minutes and then take them off.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to.
Exactly. You have to. If you've got to. You've got to, man, because I tell you what, you've got the finals in mind, right? The finals in mind. These players need to forget the final, forget about it. Just concentrate on the West Ham game, because this game, and a lot of people don't know this is an important game. This is a very important game because we could get top 4 if you win this game. Yeah? So absolutely. It's all to play for.
It is, absolutely, John. Hey, Tony's here.
Tony.
You there, Tony?
Hi, guys. Having problems. I've had to go back to my old laptop because I don't know. My new laptop, for some reason, it's not showing me on camera at all. Nothing. So it was like, I don't know what's happened there tonight. It was working fine on Sunday. Tonight it's to say it's not working. So I don't know what's going on with it. I'll have to investigate that.
All right. We firstly need to score a goal at Wembley, not another 0, please, lads. Yep. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Hello to you, Mason. Hope the new job's going well. Could have looked at the low market, also some bargains here. Well, Kelly is shite at his new club, so I've not heard how Kelly's doing there as well.
Oh, we've got Malcolm in the chat.
Oh, have we?
Aye, Louis.
Oh, Louis. Louis' class. Just surprised we sold a centre back when we are so short in that area. Shares getting picked week after week, despite making so many errors. All right, I'll ask you, Tony. Monday, would you play Isak, the likes of Bruno, on Monday? Or would you consider keeping them for the final?
I mean, look, the way our luck's going at the minute, I think to be honest with you, I would say no. Put Isak on the bench, because let Callum Wilson play. He has a good scoring record against West Ham anyway. So play Wilson, keep Isak, because the last thing we need is him to go on the pitch and get an injury, and then that rules him out the final. So it's just a strange one. This, I mean,
it is, isn't it?
On the edge of getting it. If he gets a yellow card, he's out the final. So I wouldn't play him either. I would rather say, look, I'll tell you what, I would rather have Lewis Smiley in that midfield rather than Joe Linton, because the last thing we'll want is Joe Linton putting in a challenge and then he gets and then that's him at the final.
Yep.
With the way our luck's going at the moment. But what I do want to see is, and you see it a lot on Twitter, and I don't know where it's all come from all of a sudden. Yes, I know we've got a lot of injuries. You know, Lewis Hall's out for the season. Botman's potentially. We don't know how long. Look, nobody knows. The club haven't officially announced it, even though reporters have. So, look, yes, we've got injury issues, but the way I look at it is, right, some of our fans on the fan base on Twitter are already writing this game off against Liverpool. Oh, that's it. We've lost the cup now. We're not winning the cup. Hang on a minute. The game hasn't kicked off yet. And this is what's annoying me, right? Because the thing is, right, I'm thinking to myself, and I don't want to get involved with people on Twitter, not in a nasty way, because if you put a comment on there, you'll just get loads of pelters at you, and it's not worth it. So the way I look at it is, right, and I'm going to say my piece now, and people might not agree with what I'm going to say. The game hasn't started yet. At the end of the day, it's 11v11. Form book goes out the window. A cup final is a one-off game. Now, yes, Liverpool might be flying high in the Premier League, beating PSG away last night, okay? They've got to play PSG next week as well. But the thing is, right, what's to say Liverpool don't pick up a couple of knocks next week in that game against PSG? Do you see where I'm coming from there? And not only that,
yes,
it's not to say that Liverpool could use all that energy to go and beat PSG at Anfield next week. Come the final, yes, they might play, but the energy levels might not be as high as they would normally be because they've had a high energy game
Possibly.
against PSG. Because remember, it's only a slender 1-goal lead, so PSG will come out fighting.
Oh, not
and
over yet. They're not
and
over
want to go
yet,
to
PSG.
Anfield and win that
Not over
game.
yet.
So it's going to be a high tempo energy game for Liverpool. But what I'm getting at is it's a one-off game.
Mhm.
I still believe we can go there and win that Carabao Cup. I don't care about what injuries we've got, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's about who wants it the most on the day.
Yes.
Now, you go back to, I think it's 2013, Wigan Athletic against Man City at Wembley.
Wigan went and won
backs
there.
to the wall all game and won the game in injury time or extra time, whatever it was, right? They win it 1-0. Probably
Facts.
everybody had Man City down to win that game 5-0 maybe. But Wigan held on, won it 1-0. Yes, they got relegated that season, okay? But there's teams have gone to Wembley and held on and won cup finals. Coventry City shouldn't have beat Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur should have won that cup, but they didn't because Coventry won a 3-2. Wimbledon beat a brilliant Liverpool side back in 1988 that was featuring the likes of John Aldridge, that one of the best Liverpool teams. And Wimbledon went there and beat them 1-0 because they couldn't even convert a penalty past Dave Besant. So, look, This is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, the cup final is a one-off game.
It is.
And we could go there, upset the odds, win that trophy. And I know there's a lot of neutrals out there want us to win this trophy. I want to see us badly win a trophy. And I tell you now, as far as I'm concerned, these people on Twitter shouting arts all over, they need to give their heads a shake and a wobble, because I'll tell you what, it's really paying me off, because I'm sick to death of seeing it. Every time you open up Twitter, because we've got injuries, we're not going to win this cup final, that's the cup gone. No, the cup hasn't gone, because we haven't even played it yet. Give it a chance. If after the game we don't win the cup, then have your say. But until the game's played, just think positive, be positive, don't have negativity thoughts.
Yeah, I agree. Totally.
Well said, Tony. Well, it is, let's add some of that as well, right? I mean, if you get battered, okay, cool. Then you do all you have to do. Say what you have to say, right? If you get battered, yeah. But please don't say this before the cup game. Like I said earlier, the players need our support more than ever. And if the fans don't want to go to the match, give the season the ticket up, miss the match, and we win that trophy, you're not part of history. You're not part of history.
John, can I ask you something quickly?
Go for it.
When Newcastle was at the Carabao Cup final 2 seasons ago, who did you want to win? Because remember that tweet, "May the best United win." I'll never forget that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, though, Mason, right? I mean, Newcastle United, Man United, obviously Newcastle United. Do you know what I mean? But I would win that trophy very badly. Yeah, and everyone knows that. Yeah,
so do I.
And you know what? I wanted to beat them lot. I really did, to make a statement.
We all did.
But we bottled it. We bottled it that day. I'm sorry, we bottled it. I mean, look, we just didn't show up.
That was our downfall. Just surprised we saw the centre back where we are so short in that area. Shares get picked week after week, despite making so many errors. Louise Taylor needs second end off. She should be anywhere near Newcastle United at all. You ever seen that comedy, The Fast Show, Pete? That's what our press conference has become. Oh, yes, I have seen it. Unlucky Alf in particular. Louise Taylor will ask Ed if he prays his eggs poached or scrambled, and then talk about drones again.
And then after that as well, Pete, I'll cook as well. Cook into poached and scrambled egg and all.
Are you worried that we could get hammered in the cup final? I'm not worried at all. We've all got to give it all our best shot. The atmosphere will be bouncing when we get to Wembley before the game. Under Potter, we are getting stronger. Says Daniela, do you know what? Yes, I think he has done pretty well since he's come in. Alisson, man, Liverpool. See, Alisson kept Liverpool in that game. We had some great female reporters. Yeah, Taylor's given them a bad name. Absolutely, Borky. Good evening, Tom. Hope you're well. Apologies for my tardiness, but I've just come back from the fans' workshop at St James's Park. RE, the women's team. Nice one, Tom. Correct.
Nice one.
The Muck and Windy show. Offload Wilson and Cheddar. Swansea, says David. Yeah, well, those two need to go. If
I
Joe
mean,
Lennon gets a yellow card, if he does miss the final, so hopefully he doesn't get that
Yeah.
yellow. We need a win against
That-
West Ham, momentum. Could
that's
play
why
it
I
soon.
wouldn't play Joe Linton on Monday. I would just say rest him keep him on the bench and rather play Miley, because at least then we haven't got the thought of him getting a yellow card. But in that final, we need to play a back five though. But what concerns me, and I don't know if other people are concerned by this, but see, Eddie Howe said Sven Botman was close to making Sunday's game against Brighton, but then missed out as he didn't feel 100% to start. But a few days later, now emerges that he needs an knee surgery. So, how was he close against playing against Brighton, but now all of a sudden he needs an operation? Is Eddie just getting ahead of himself, or is he just trying to play mind games?
All we can say is, we'll see what the press conference says tomorrow, because we know that's when Eddie will be giving it. And the fact is, Tony, it's only Craig Hope that's reported this. No one else has.
No.
So you just mentioned there as well, you've got to play a back three, back five. That will not work against Liverpool. They will find a way. So Bosley, he's been outstanding. Everything said about Salah. So Bosley has been absolutely outstanding. Yeah, we can look after him at Anfield. He's got our number. That guy has got our number. And until we get that midfield tight, right? That's why I'll go for 4-2-3-1 all the way.
Absolutely. Could play Osula for 45 minutes, then possibly bring Isak on. That's not a bad point, Philip, because I think Osula should be well ahead of Wilson. I know Wilson's got we know he's got a good record against West Ham, but I think the guy's done.
Yeah, I think he's done, Pete. I don't want to see him give him a new contract, that's for sure.
No. Good evening, Philip. Saying hello, Tony. Hope you're well. Louis, good evening. Hope you're well.
You got Louis.
Yes, but a trophy is better than top four. Do you know that's a good point there, Dan?
100%.
Absolutely. Dubravka to continue for the West Ham goal. He's got to. I not want to see Pope in that goal at all. If we throw away the West Ham game and then lose the final, we could find ourselves scrapping faith, let alone top five. We can't throw away any games despite the upcoming final. Absolutely.
That's why you concentrate in the game in hand. Don't worry about the cup game. Concentrate on this game.
Absolutely.
This game is so much important.
Absolutely. Jobadoni, hope you're keeping well. If Pope comes back in, it would be because Dubravka didn't put a foot wrong against Brighton at all. You cannot play Isak and Bruno on Monday. Sunday's your biggest game since your last final. Where you forget about it, says Daniela. They were poor last night. Yeah, can't believe how negative some fans are. Okay, Liverpool are good and you want full strength, but it's a final, and I think every team player will be 110% up for it. Well, good point there, Wacky. I love the happy clubbers, Tony. I give it back all the time. Get it, Tony. You're right. It's going to be tough, but we absolutely can win. Not saying we will, but we absolutely can. Even Tom really agrees with you there. We beat PSG 4-1. They only beat them 1-0, and we should have beaten them at PSG's ground. We should have.
We should have. If we win that final next Sunday, I'm going to have a field day on Twitter. I'm going to absolutely have a field day. And I'm going to slam it down the throats of all them who are being negative, thinking the final's gone already before the ball's even being kicked.
Yes,
so I'll have a field day, and I'm sure Brian will as well. I'm sure there'll be quite a few of us.
Shame to see some of our fans being negative for the League Cup final. I still believe we can win it. Even Philip's still having the confidence. Ian says, I missed the art to watch Rangers getting hammered in Europe, and they go ahead and win. Oh, Ian. Paul's going to be having an absolute Paul's going to be having words there, Ian. Tony, you ever go and believe you can was going to say Wigan. Yeah, Liverpool were backs against the wall against PSG, and still not just imagine if we could do a smash and grab like that. Absolutely. If we lose to West Ham, there'll be more frustration, and the fans and the players will feel it. We need a positive win and bouncing away into West Ham to give it the lads a huge boost. Absolutely, don't we aren't in min now. Exactly. I personally would never want any player Liverpool to get injured for the final. I would like the PSG to go to extra time.
I'll say something, Pete, quickly, right? I mean, people said about being negative. We beat Chelsea at home. We beat Brentford at home. That's a tough game. We did a double over
Arsenal.
Yeah.
See, we beat Chelsea. We were on a bit of a spiral downfall.
We've even beat your second team and all.
There you go. That was last year. You mind your boys on the cup final.
And you think, though, we beat Arsenal 4-0 on aggregate.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the two legs. So,
Get you behind your boys,
and-
yeah, and spare them on.
So,
Well said, Tony. A lot of fans thought we would lose the semi against the Ossos, especially down there. We turned up. Absolutely, we did. Well said, Tony. We don't want to get battered, John. Listen, if you win, absolutely fantastic. But if you lose, then make sure it's a battle in our performance. That's fair point as well.
Some fight. That's all we ask them to show fight. I mean, I'm not going to mention that first. It's a myth, but at the end of the day, we just sort of see some fight, leave it behind on the pitch. That's all we ask.
If you go,
yes, absolutely.
If you go back to that last final when we played Man United, let's be honest, they weren't a great Man United team, right? Just as I say, on that day we didn't turn up, did we? But but the negativity was out from the journalists before the game started, because in the warm up there was a ball slipped through Karius's hands, and the journalists jumped on that saying, "Oh, he's going to have a crap game. He's going to spill everything, and he's going to have and Man U's going to have a field day." Well, it didn't, because Karius actually pulled off some good saves, especially the one against Bruno Fernandes in the second half. But
yeah,
the real quality, and I know this is going to shock a lot of people, but the one spot of real quality we had in that game was when Matt Ritchie came on and he put that beautiful cross into the box, and it was a shame there was nobody there to turn it home, because I tell you what, from that free, I think it was a free kick, that was a beautiful delivery from Matt Ritchie, and that was the first bit of quality we had all game.
Yeah, absolutely. But we do not want the chance. They see it anyway, so always give the support and love. Absolutely. I think you have to go 4-5-1 against Liverpool. Keep the space in mid tight. 5 at the back, and we'll only have 30 possessions and tops. Botman call out Geordie Josh too. Yeah, we were discussing that. Said Josh Botman is out for the season. Botman replied, "That's bullshit. Also need to stop your centre-back score gallivanting up the pitch, leaving you exposed. We can't afford to do that." I will always say these people on Twitter, I think they're saying the cup is gone because our confidence is low and squad stale. I'm not feeling like that. Thank you. Good evening, Pete. Up you well. Cheers so much. If Woodgate had been injured on a regular basis in the 2003-4 season, we could have done. I agree. Daniela says Solanke came on for Spurs tonight and was re-injured in 15 minutes.
Oh, great.
Connor thinks he just nothing will win the final. You beat Arsenal twice on the day. We have already beat you this season at your ground. You did. Don't worry, Tony. I've got them saved in my bookbox along with the how tweets in case he gets sacked one day. Our best chance against the Shape Man U game. Yep. Play the best team we can and hope they play to their potential. Let's see what happens. Absolutely. Look at Man United v City in the final. Nobody expected Man U to win that. Well, apart from the Premier League, who told City to throw the game away so Toon can get out of Europe. I think we West Ham are going to give you a tough game on Monday, says Daniela. Interesting. It all boils down to who wants the trophy more. Liverpool have a team with a winner's mentality, and even thought the Carabao Cup wouldn't mean much to them compared to the Premier League and UEFA Champions League. It's still a trophy, absolutely. And I agree with that one, though, Brian. Callum Wilson is our Woodgate.
Mm-hmm.
The whole news was a hammer blow. It was. Right, let's get back onto, the game on Monday. Right, the interesting point, because of the title of the show, who's going to take left-back spot? Who's going to take left wing spot? Because Lewis holds out for the remainder of the season, and we know Gordon's now serving a 3-game suspension. I'll start with you, Tony. Who comes in those two positions? Who would you like to see come in?
Well, I don't want to see Dan Burn at left back, that's for sure. So,
no.
My idea would be put Matt Targett there. Now, the reason I want to see Matt Targett there is, if we want to see move him on in the summer, if he gets some game time and has a great end to the season for us playing at left back, his price goes up a bit. So that means other clubs might come in and take him. So
it's a natural left back in a way as well, Tony.
And he's natural left back. I don't want to see Trippier right back and Tino shove left back. So for me,
Tino has done well at left back at times.
He has, but it's got to be a natural left back for me. And I think Targett ticks those boxes for being the natural left back. So I would rather have Targett there and give him a chance.
Fair enough.
As I see, I would play Joe Linton left wing, but if we want to save him for the final, if we don't want him getting that booking, then for me it's got to be Harvey Barnes at left wing. And this is time now for Harvey Barnes to step up and say, right, this is what I'm capable of doing. We've seen what he can do, but he now needs to step up and do it more consistently. And that's the problem we haven't had with Barnes. He doesn't do it on a consistent basis. And And that's another player that we're probably looking to move on in the summer as well. So if he can have a good end to the season, his price might rise as well. So look, players here need to start staking their claims. So yeah, I would be happy with Barnes and at left wing and Target at left back. Because let's be honest, Pete, I thought the last time when we played Liverpool last game, when Trippier played, we looked awful. Trippier looked awful. He looked like his legs had gone. And against Brighton, if you watch Fabian Schär for that goal from Minty,
He got out spun by, didn't he?
he couldn't even keep up with Minty. He was slow, he was laboured, and it looked embarrassing. And I thought, oh my God, Schär, you look awful, you know. And on Monday, I would rather have Schär taken out the team and Kraft put in there.
I mean, Minty, 20 years old, and out Fabian Schär got out completely outdone by him.
Yeah, would you have Kraft at centre back on Monday, Pete?
I would like to see that option. You can't. Eddie's been saying.
Or would you like to put Kraft right back and Tino left back?
It's an interesting one. It's a very interesting. Fabian Schär should be knocked out. Should be dropped to the bench at the moment, because the thing is, John, it's not just one bad game he's having. He's having so many bad games, and it's in a row as well. There's so many bad games he's having, unfortunately.
I know, and that needs to be picked up, unfortunately. Look, I like Fabian Schär, don't get me wrong. But you're right, I've got to kind of agree with you. I watched him this season, and he's not been great. I know, I mean, slowing down. I think he's getting spun. Nearly every game I was watching him, spun.
Yep.
People can say, yeah, he's got a cracking go against Wolves. Yeah. Let's not talk about his goals. Let's talk about his defending. His defense has been awful this season. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Obviously, 33, come up 33 this year, yeah?
34 this year, would you believe it?
Well, if that's the case, then that ain't good. That ain't good at our sort of thing. I mean, he's a great servant, yeah? But Eddie wants to keep him. That is the thing. He wants to keep him. He wants to keep Byrne. He wants to keep Trippier. He wants to keep the old guard. I'm sorry, but you need to freshen up with that team because
exactly, you have to.
And if you don't freshen it up, then unfortunately, I said earlier on, it's going to be stale. The squad is already stale now as I speak to you guys. You know what I mean? I don't know if people agree with us in the chat, but I look at our squad, right? There's some of these players who still played since 2018, 2019.
Yes.
Under Rafa Benitez, Steve Bruce, Graham Jones, take over, and now this guy, Eddie Howe. Do you know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, right, I mean, Eddie has to understand that the squad needs changing. Forget the PSR. That's the excuse. The ticket price has gone up today, up by 5%.
Yes.
And then people are kicking off on me, right? I mean, people's post that out there, yeah? But it seems to go for the easy target, yeah? But when you write something like that, do you know what I mean? That's why I just don't bother replying back. Do you know what I mean? Because there's others out there who could actually they could have targeted as well. Do you know what I mean? But
yes,
the fact of the matter is, right, that's the third time the price has gone up. Supply and demand. You look at Europe, right? Inter Milan, 250 quid a season ticket. Juve, about the same. Bayern Munich. If you go to the Bundesliga, right? I mean, sorry, mate, I know you will get yourself in, but if you go to the Bundesliga, right, a season ticket is reasonably cheap. It's very cheap on the go, yeah? We haven't won now for 70 years, right? And yet the season ticket's gone up, what, 5% up to about 800 quid, yeah? We're not London. We are not London. We haven't won a trophy for 70 years. We haven't won a trophy since 69, yeah? But at the end of the day, right, you've got a cost of living crisis, right? I mean, Dan Potts made a good point with Turkish on another channel, yeah, about ticket prices, yeah? They all listened, yeah? But for us, when we say anything, again, it's our fan base saying things like, you don't have to buy a season ticket, blah, blah, blah. There's 70,000 members who have to take your ticket, yeah? But at the end of the day, you have to understand. I mean, you have to look after the fans. The fans are the bedrock, the grassroots, yeah? You don't want to price people out. You don't want to freeze them out. Do you know what I mean? They're the future. You don't. And if you put prices up for kids and that, they're going to think, yo, do you know what? I'll support someone else. Yeah,
exactly. Queen
And
of Hearts, good
John-
evening. Hope you're keeping well.
What's my case there?
Maybe. Hey, Queen Horse, sorry. Hey, John, I wonder who that team will be. When you said who the guy spoke somebody else, I wonder who that'll be.
No, not me. If you listen to what I said,
Aye.
he said, "Oh, whoa." He said, I said,
Aye.
some fans will support someone else. If you keep putting prices up and up and up and up, it's unfair. Do you know what I mean? Keep it reasonable and keep it affordable.
That's it.
Sorry.
Philip will go target left back, Bonds left wing. We started like ball more cohesive at the part, but it's a prem game and it's anyone's. To be honest, not predicted score until I see what team you put out. Says Wacky. Interesting. Right, I'm gonna look through the who possibly that West Ham could be without. So Mikel Antonio's definitely out for the remainder of the season after the unfortunately the awful accident that he was involved in. So they are also so far out. Somerville is out until April, apparently, with a thigh injury.
The animation Antonio, Somerville, Fulquist, Kufal, and Paqueta.
Yeah, Kufal. Well, there's a chance that Paquetá could return on Monday, but it's only a potential date. Same with Kufal as well. But Somerville's definitely out, and Nicholas Fulrug is out with the thigh injury, and there's no return date for him at the moment. So, talking a lateral left back seems the most logical option. Is Kudus playing injured? I think Kudus is playing. He played in the last game. I'm sure he did. Talking Bonds for me, says Ian. West Ham is the test, is it not? Unless we have 7 players for the final, we'll wait and see what happens. The last 2 games, Par has a 3-5-2. Kudus 3 targets. Oh, that's what you've got to watch out on. Or depends which side Kudus plays a lot more now. Because I think Kudus has been playing more left. Kudus has been playing more left, which means he could be up against Fabian Schär.
Oh, that does look good, doesn't it? Kudos to toasting. Probably toasting. But I could be wrong.
So, last year he has played the 3-5-2. Always prefer Big Joe in the midfield. He's at his best there. Schär got beat at a foot race with Harry Kane last season. He did. I think ball retention will be key. Liverpool can't afford straight passes, give a ball away midway in their own half. Eddie said if you play well, you'll stay in the team. Schär is the exception. Don't get that. Take Schär out the team if nothing else for a breather and a reset for him. Absolutely, Tom. He needs to be dropped. Ian, thank you so much for your membership. I think that might be a renewal. So thank you so much, Ian. Kraft has always stepped up. He's not let you down. Exactly. Give him a chance. Schär's off form. Kraft, I think, could do a job there. I can see a time in the future where only the well-off can afford to attend the footy, says Chris. Yeah. Too need to make profit to spend, though, or hammered by Providence sustainability rules again. New shit next year will cost more, no doubt, possibly. I believe, Tony, you've gifted 5 memberships on your channel.
Antonio, you're connected, guy.
You've muted, Tony.
You muted.
Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, those have been gifted to Mad Mag, Mason, Steve Rackham, Monty Magpie, and Kenneth Kigia. So you've got one, Mason.
Oh, there you are. Could be without Paquetá, yes. I hope he's recovering well. FA want Paquetá banned for life. Apparently, the talks are planned to take place very soon, I believe. That's been all of the football news today. Yeah. They are starting the bet thing those this week on next source. So Paquetá won feature payday. Oh, well, and Kudus and Bowen, J-Ward-Prowse all playing. Yes, they are. J-Ward-Prowse is back in the team. And Bowen and Kudus mix it up. Yeah, I've seen that as well. Paquetá won a 7 competition as a kid and is looking to become a professional surfer if he's banned from football. Oh, well, then. Didn't know that. He took that up as a hobby at times. So we'll get into the predicted lineup. Right, let's just have a look. Right, we'll go into the lineup then. What we think it's going to be. Bourne probably the main threat. Yeah, I think Bourne could well be the main threat for them.
I'll just make a quick comment, so very quickly, Pete, about Darren Hills. It's just interesting, yeah, about season tickets, yeah. He was asked a question today about why has the price gone up. He said, rising ticket prices is a decision we make reluctantly, but is one that is unavoidable if we are to keep pace and build towards our collective ambitions. I mean,
There you go.
what does that supposed to mean? What, can someone explain that one to us?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. There you go. Right, so the lineup. I know he's gone fishing with Bruno. Yes, he has actually. Right then. Right then. So predicted lineup. Start with you, Mason. Who's going in goal?
Dubravka.
We want to keep Dubravka in, so I would like to see Dubravka kept in there. He did put a foot wrong against Brighton, I thought. So I would have you to keep Dubravka in. I'll come to you next, Tony, in at right back.
Tino Livramento.
Okay, then we'll go with Tino. I think he would be more suited for this game, okay? So we'll go with Tino. Right, first centre-back, Mason. Oh, no, back to you, John. No, it's you, John. First centre-back.
For me, personally, right, I mean, I want to see Emma Crafton, but
We'll go with Kraft then.
I'll go Evercraft.
This is what we want to see. We're going to go with what we would like to see, not with what Eddie should go with. So Emil Kraft. Mason alongside him.
Boone.
Yeah, I feel a bit sorry for Burn at times. I really do. I think he's trying to do the two jobs of two centre-backs because Fabian Cher's absolutely missing completely. So Covey thinks I will start with Pope. To be fair, the interest-free monthly direct debit installments help re-season tickets, but yeah, so not everyone can do it. Yeah.
I tell you what, that's saving a lot of people speaking, paying monthly direct debit. That's what I'm doing at the minute.
That's what I do with mine, actually. I do with that as well. But apparently they could be extended. I think they're going to be extended in the days as well. Because it's normally from about June till February. They might start. I think they're going to extend that up a little bit. So you might pay a little bit less per month.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. That's a really good thing.
Thank you so much. Ian, thank you so much for gifting out 5 memberships. Really, really appreciate that. Cheers so much, Ian. And again, if you are one of those that have been gifted, well done you. It's the cheapest match ticket, £230. That's cheap in my opinion. It's 5 pints of beer.
So it's went to Coffee, Mad Mag, Yamadoni, Johnny NUFC, and Graham Sinclair.
There you are. Well done to those who've been gifted the memberships. Right. Back to you, Mace. No, it's back to you, Tony, in at left back.
Matt Target.
We'll go with Target then. More of a natural left back. Fair enough, yeah. That's what we'll do. Right, we'll go back to you, John. So we're going to start within the 3 in midfield. The first one to take one of the spots.
For me, it's got to be Tonali.
We will go with Sandro then. Yep. I think he'll be crucial for this game. Okay, right. Back to you, mate. So it's back to me. Oh, I don't know if I forget to give one, actually. Right, then. I will go with... Who else? Right, I'm going to go... The next one, I'm going to go with Miley.
If you had asked me, I would have said the same.
Interesting, right. Who are we back to? Right, I'll go back to you then, Mason. The last one in midfield.
Bruno.
Oh, you're going to have Bruno in there, fair enough. Okay, then. Ben has been our read, I think. Do you know what I think he has? Monty's just got your notification there. Yes, we were on. Yeah, doing it over 12 months, and if you do direct debit already, a lot of renewal unless you notify them to cancel, says Tom. That's great, that, like.
What's that? Look at that again.
Yeah, doing it over 12 months this time.
Often, and then you pay a bit less, don't you?
You probably will do, yeah.
Oh,
Ginali, G7 and Miley give Bruno a rest. Right, we'll go back to you then, Tony. The last one in midfield.
He just did
That's one.
3.
You've
No,
did
That's
it.
how
I did Tonali.
Oh,
You
yes.
chose Marley.
Oh, yeah, so I did. I've got a bit wrong there. Right, well, back to you, Tony. The first one in the attacking 3, then.
On the right wing, it'll be Jacob Murphy.
Okay, then. Jacob Murphy. Back to you, John. On the left.
Got to be Harvey Barnes because Gordon's out in the.
Yeah, we'll go with Harvey Barnes then. Right, the last one. This is interesting. I think Ben will be the one who gets a 2-place fighter for the final. Says okay, interesting. You'll have an email telling you the details. Says Tom. Yeah, that's good. Wilson and Barnes. My Dubravka, Tino, Burnt, Kraft, Target, Tonali, Miley, Willock, and Murphy, Sula, Barnes, possibly bring Isak and Bruno second half. The up front, I don't know who it's going to be. Oh. I'm very torn, yeah.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
Do I have Isak in? Oh, man. I don't know who it's going to be. Will Isak, you think, would be obvious, but to keep him for the final. We know Wilson's got a good score record against West Ham, but we think the guy's finished. Do we put Osula straight in? Will he get a start? Do you know what? I'm going to go because of his goal record against West Ham. I'll go with Callum Wilson. So Isak on the bench. So a few other players will be on the bench and possibly be saved for the final. No, it's probably not Mason. Murphy Wilson and Bot. I've just read that one. He was going to do the Macarena. I'm off now, guys. Take care. Top job from you. Stay safe. Cheers so much, Philip. So that is the lineup we're going with. We're going with what we like to see, not with what Eddie should go with. So we like to see maybe a bit of rotation, some players be rested and kept injury-free for the final. So Dubravka will go in goal. Back for Tino Livramento, Emil Kraft, Dan Burn, and Matt Target, and midfield 3 of Tonali, Bruno, and Lewis Miley, and we're going with attacking 3 of Jacob Murphy, Harvey Barnes, and Callum Wilson. Will we go with that? We'll wait and see. It'll be Wilson for 65, 70 minutes, then Osula or Isak on. I think Callum starts ahead of Isak. Oh, interesting. Thinks no, not Osula, says Ronnie. Ooh, okay. Fair enough.
Fuck off, coffee.
Is it coffee, is it?
No, coffee. Oh, I'm not seeing it. I'll tell you till the
okay.
end.
Fair enough.
You see me comment, Mason?
Yes.
I've seen it.
Fuck's sake.
Hey.
I'd put in the private chat.
Okay, then. Fair enough.
I've said
That's you.
Don't tell anyone.
Oh. Well, so that's what we think. That, as I mentioned, that was what we think for the lineup is. Right, get your score predictions in if you haven't already done so. How are you feeling for Monday? Well, let's look at West Ham's record as of late. So they did obviously win their last 2 games. Leicester City at home. They did go and win away to Arsenal. However, they have been on a bit of a losing streak. They did lose 1-0 to Brentford. They did lose 2-1 to Chelsea. They have drawn 1-1 away to Aston Villa. They've lost to Crystal Palace at home. They've just beaten Fulham at times. Lost to West Ham. Lost to Man City. So, so totally, Man City do concede. Sorry, West Ham do concede goals as well.
They do, yeah. I mean, look, it's St James's Park when we played them. That night we were not the races. that was the match where Lloyd Kelly played in for the suspended Burn. And if I remember rightly, when I done my pre-match, I said, this is where I want to see Kelly step up. This is where I want to see Kelly take the shirt and say, right, I'm keeping this shirt. Nobody's getting back in. But Kelly didn't. He played absolutely awful, and he contributed to their 2 goals. So, that was a bad night for us, and we should have done better than we did. But look, we've got to go to the West. We've got to go to the London Stadium and go there and get the 3 points. That's what we need to do.
But yeah, Daniela says they have kept 2 clean sheets, West Ham, in the last 2 games. And he rarely divides from. He does actually. So we think he'll stick with that. So it's going to be. If you want to attract players in the summer, show him Lewis's train collection. See, God, all things.
Poor Lewis.
No. Hey, God.
I wonder if he'll go
Hey,
down.
John, you got a Man U. John, you got a Man U shirt collection.
No,
Going to
no,
Bucky.
Mason.
That's on my.
I wonder if
Bucky's.
I wonder when Lewis gets off at King's Cross, he'll go to platform 9 3/4.
Oh, God. Well, we have a very good record on Monday nights. West Ham actually. So it's going to be a bit harder than we think. Okay, then. We'll get the score predictions in. I'll start with you, Tony.
Oh, Jesus. Do you know what? I don't know what scoreline to have because I don't know what team we're going to put out there. But I want to see the team win. I want us to go out there and I want us to show fight. I want us to show passion. And I want us to be on it from minute 1 to the end of the game.
So do I.
And any players that come on as subs, I want to see them step up to the plate as well and prove why they should try and get a starting place in the game. So for me, I think it's going to be tough. Although we have in the past beaten them there 5-1. But look, I don't think it's going to be a 5-1 game on Monday. It's going to be a tight ass game for me. So I'm going to say we'll sneak it 2-1.
Okay, interesting one, Tony. Daniela's going for a 2-1 West Ham win. There are so many mugs queue up just to get their photo taken of that Harry Potter sign. PSG games that Liverpool can have an off day, yes. Pedrich should 2-1 to us or 4-0 them. John, score prediction.
Oh, it's going to be a tough one. I mean, West Ham they will never get relegated. West Ham looks a good side in minutes, but if you can keep Jared Bowen quiet, that'll be fine. Also, Van Bissaka's playing really well as well. Stephen Ford on the right as well. I know
they were he's the next Man U player, Van Bissaka. They were gone.
Did Jared Bowen his favourite Man U? No, he did not.
No, Van Bissaka. Van Bissaka.
Yeah, and I was going to say kudos to the key guy as well. That guy is brilliant. He really is. And if he plays on the right hand side, then he's going to be one of the. It's going to be one of the problems in the squad for me. I'm going to. This is a tough one to call, but I'm gonna go for it, and I'm gonna be. I'm gonna say 2-1 to Newcastle, but do not be surprised if it ends up 2-2.
Okay, Mason.
2-1.
2-1 the tune.
Bruno. Barnes and Bourne.
Okay. I think we might just nick this, but it might not be a very high scoring game. It all depends who we rotate, who starts. I'm going to take a 1-0 win. I'm going to say it'll be a 1-0 win to us. Goal scorer?
Who, me? Goal scorer?
I'm going to say goal scorer will be I'll go to Nolly for the goal for us.
For our 2 goals, I'll go Lewis Mailey and Harvey Barnes. Because Harvey Barnes likes to score cracker against West Ham, doesn't he? So
He does, actually.
And for them, I think it'll be Jared Bowen.
Okay, then.
A player who should be playing for us, by the way.
Chris is going 1-1. Wan-Bissaka could have put in one to watch over than Paquetá 2 if he plays.
If a certain Bellend hadn't pulled a plug halfway up the motorway. And we know who that is, don't we, Pete?
Yep. West Ham will go ahead because of defensive mistake. Mayfield will tap in the equaliser second off. Wilson with a poacher's going and Nasula with a clinical strike. Barnes has the potential to be our hero at Wembley, says David. Well, if he plays, it's his opportunity. It's now his chance to see what he can do until Gordon comes back from his ban. I mean, I've not asked you guys about Mason and Tony. Was the right thing not to appeal the Gordon's red card?
Yes.
Stupidity and no need whatsoever.
Thing is, had we appealed that, you know what would have happened, Pete? They would have added an extra game on that just to rub salt in the wound. So it's better off just saying, do you know what? Take the hit, move on, and look, if we got to win the final without Gordon, we'll have to win the final without Gordon. Simple as. But at the end of the day, he shouldn't have done what he did. Why he actually did it, I don't know. I don't know what his thinking was. Yes, he may have been trying to push the player off, but look, it's no excuse. You can't put your hands in somebody's face and get away with it.
Can't do that.
Somebody tell me, because I sit in the Leeds house. Somebody said, I heard that somebody had kicked Van Heck in the face.
He did kick him, he pushed him with 2 fans.
Yeah.
But it was on his head.
This goes cunt.
But Van Heck actually ducked though, didn't he, as well? So
if I see him at the training ground, he'll be getting abuse, says Julio. Apparently, I think the players are planning to stay down in London after the West Ham game. I think you were saying that as well, Mason, weren't you?
I haven't said out.
All right, I thought you said the players were actually going to be staying in London.
I think I saw something somewhere, Pete, that they were going to stay in London. I think they're going to train at somebody's ground or.
Mm-hmm. If it's Chelsea, then if it's Chelsea, then we're definitely bottling that cup final. Fuck me.
Well,
Ian, thank you very much, sir.
I think it's
different to Arsenal because again, I'm
sure it was Barnet or somewhere.
Oh, you know what it is?
Because they've got a big training complex, haven't they?
Just to let you know, the Barnet man as a Liverpool fan, by the way.
Oh well.
Sick.
I might not be Barnet. I don't know. I'm thinking it's a non-league ground.
Well, yeah. I just think again, it might not be true, but I just read that I think the players that plan to stay down in London from after the West Ham all the way up into the final.
You can see Wembley from Barnes Stadium. You can see Wembley.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So. Well then. So it's all down to the lads to get the job done on Monday. Hopefully we can get a win before the big one. A week on Sunday. Hopefully we can do that.
Thank you very much indeed, Ian, for gifting.
A nice one, Ian. I'm sure Tony definitely going to appreciate that as well. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
on
the VFL pass. Yeah.
By the way, Pete and guys, that's
Aspen Rains, Matt Fletcher, and Jay Broughton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Thank you, Ian.
So there you are. Well, that is it. We will wrap up the show for tonight.
Sinclair wanted to say something.
What were you going to say, John?
No, it's just say quickly, right? No, I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you in a minute as well. Carry on. I'll tell you in a minute.
No worries, but well, we'll
Not
wrap
bad.
up the show there. Thank you so much again for everyone. Mason being co-host, and thank you to Tony and John coming on. We didn't think Mason was going to come on tonight with him being in his new job, but he came on.
I did tell you to finish at 8 o'clock, but
I can't remember. I must have not been going back to the show. Okay, but never mind.
that's right.
So thank you so much, and thank you to everyone popped them in the chat, and thank you to the mods. We really appreciate what you do as well. Well, we are back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for you know what. We will be back. I think you will be. So we will be back with the Bonkers show tomorrow. That is PD's Football Live show. We'll be back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
Shout the channels out. I better shout the channels out as well, and I.
Yeah, I will ask where they can find you, John.
Okay, thanks so much for having us on, Pete, and Mason as well. Well, he doesn't say Man U all the time, but you know what? He knows having a banner. And Tony, you can find us on John Sinclair TV. What I'll do now, guys, for those who don't know why I'll not be doing live shows as much, is because I'm doing a different thing from my channel called Around the Vlogs, Around the Grounds. Yeah, so I've been like non-league games. I've been doing lesser Scottish games, and if you do check out the last video I've done, the game between Chippenham and Torquay United. That's the last video I've done. Check that one out, please. And also did Hartlepool against York. Check that out as well. The last video I've done, TikTok, I had 23,000 views, 800 plus likes. That's on TikTok, and it's going really well. So the next game I'm going to is on Sunday. Well, Sunday match between Glentoran versus Cliftonville in the Bet McLean Irish Cup final, which is similar to the Carabao Cup. So I'll be there next week. My first ever trip to Belfast, and I'll be posting out a video from that game. So check me out.
Nice one, John and Tony.
John, I want to ask you something. John, once we finish, I want to ask you something about that Hartlepool game.
Say again, Mason.
Once we finish the show, once we're finished on your lap, I want to ask you something about that Hartlepool game.
Yeah, go for it.
And Tony, what we got coming up?
Yeah, so on the Footy Channel Groundhopper again, I do things around the grounds. That's why I changed the name of the channel, because obviously, like I say, too many Newcastle channels and trying to compete with everybody, it's very difficult in this world. So I had to rebrand and do something different. So Saturday, I'm going to be going off to Whittam Town, so that's in Essex, to go and watch a game there between Hackney Wick and Harlow Town. This is in a league called the Thurlow Nunn League, First Division South, so it's probably about 10th tier of English football. It is a pressure game because both teams are on 73 points at the top of the league. Harlow are only top on goal difference by 11 goals. So this could be a massive game. This could be an absolute massive game between these two teams, and whoever wins this game could probably go on and win promotion out of that league. So yes, so that is going to be an interesting game to go to. If you didn't see last week's vlog, I went to Brighton-on-Sea and great time there. The fans are absolutely fantastic. Even the club's fantastic. They've been absolutely brilliant with me down at Brighton-on-Sea, the club. Even they put a shout out on Twitter about me as well, which was absolutely fantastic from them.
Tony, brilliant.
Brilliant.
So to come from a football club, it's absolutely brilliant. The manager's brilliant, Ryan Salter. I've managed to interview him a few times. He's a great guy. So you can catch them on there. And then next Tuesday, I'm off to another game. Hopefully, if it's on, which it should be. And that will be a Cambridge Cup semi-final between Ely City, who are in the next league down from the Isthmian League, Division 1 North, so it's about 9th tier, versus 8th tier of Newmarket Town. So it's a big semi-final. Probably Newmarket would be the favourites for that one to get to the finals. So yeah, so lots coming up on the channel.
Nice one, Tony. So do give John and Tony a subscription. I'll just quickly read through these comments. Great show, guys.
Lucky.
Cheers, Ian. Great show, lads. Take care. All. See you later, says Tom. Great show, lads. Cheers, Gary. Take care. We'll see you all soon. Hopefully, we'll see you back there soon again. Queen of Heart.
There you go, Queen
Coffee,
of
take
Hearts.
care. Up the Bluebirds Woohoo Food Picks. See you later. Great stuff as always. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Yes, cheers, Swacky. Please make sure you do. Great show. Cheers, Julie. And everyone, take care. You as well, Judy. Teddy Bear. You as well, Ronald. 43 quid and also for a hot drop. Hot. There you are. Getting it out early. Hope you win the cup, but lose on Monday, says Daniela. Cardiff City fans would love to welcome Mason. Hartlepool, John. Watch out, banging monkeys.
Brilliant.
With them, yeah, Braintree, nice part of Essex, says Julie. Would like to see West Ham back near the top end of the league next season. Yeah, too, and I think we will be. Well, that is it for tonight. So thank you again so much tonight. Does Tony want to say one more thing before we wrap up, like he always does?
Yeah, remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white.
There you are. Until then, everyone, we'll see you all later. We'll see you all back tomorrow night for the bonkers stuff. See you all later. Good night, everyone. Take care.
We're the
all.
lads and the
We're
lasses.
the lads. See
We're
you,
the lads.
everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night. See you later.